licensed psychologist in the state of California, and I specialize in the treatment of sexual disorders, including sex addiction, sexual compulsivity, and sexual offending. I'm currently the clinical director of the Sexual Recovery Institute in Los Angeles, one of the nation's leading centers for the treatment of sexual addiction. I'm here as an advocate for those impacted by the consequences of sex addiction, including not only those who struggle with sex addiction themselves, but the countless number of wives and partners of addicts and those children and families who are impacted and victimized by this disorder. Sex addiction is a behavioral disorder, a process addiction similar to gambling addictions or eating disorders. It is a chemical addiction in that the sex addict gets high on the neurochemistry that sexual arousal creates. Sex addicts in our society today engage in behaviors such as compulsive masturbation, strip clubs, prostitution, chronic infidelity, anonymous sex, exhibitionism, voyeurism, crossing of professional boundaries, and sexual offending. Whether it is our pop stars or our politicians, sex addiction and sexual acting out is a growing problem. Approximately 8 to 10% of Americans suffer from sex addiction. The numbers are even higher when we speak about cybersex. With the advent of the internet, cybersex has become a powerful vehicle for the sex addict. Whether it is online chatting, texting, webcams, or exchanging pictures, hooking up sites, or developing secret intimate romances, cybersex, and particularly internet pornography, is now referred to as the crack cocaine of sex addiction. The internet provides many of the things sex addicts seek all in one place: isolation, secrecy, fantasy material, endless varieties, around-the-clock availability, and instant accessibility. Sex addiction has many costs. People are literally losing their marriages, their families are being torn apart due to the withdrawal, betrayal, secrets and lies, and the erosion of trust. Children are victimized by the lack of focus on parenting, marital discourse, and eventual separation or divorce.
I was a porn actress for almost 2 years, and I experienced major abuse, drug addiction, prostitution, abuse by pornographers, abuse by club owners, all kinds of things that I went through, and I had very severe damages that literally took me 8 years to recover. The last thing I want to do, people, is talk about porn. Anyways, I go down there and I counsel these women, I spend time with them, and they end up just pouring their hearts out and sharing with me the same exact things I went through. Some of the things that I have learned working with them is that they suffer from a wide range of mental illnesses. They have severe depression, nightmares, flashbacks, unable to communicate normally. When I got out of the industry, I couldn't even look at anyone in the eyes. I wore sunglasses everywhere, and I kept my head down. I couldn't function normally. A lot of them defend this industry just like I did, because basically what you can't beat, you defend. It is very hard to get out of this industry and be normal and have a normal job. And I know because I did it. And now I help these women. Some of the other things are suicidal tendencies. There's at least approximately 1 suicide a year that happens. I've compiled an exhaustive list of suicides which are on my website. All this information, statements from other porn actresses, which I brought today. That leads to all kinds of crimes and rapes. I've had, there actually, a lot of the girls complain that the pornographers or porn producers set them up for scenes, and then they turn out to be what you call privates. Where they show up and there's no cameras. And a lot of the girls are like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this. And they're like, no, you signed a 1-year contract with us, and you're going to do what I say. Otherwise, I'm going to send cease and desist papers out to the other agency. You can't work. I've had women tell me they've had scissors inserted inside them on the set. Okay, and this is very true. I have a lot of this information on my website. These women have been bold to stand with me today to tell the truth. No one can talk about this because they're scared. You know? You think it's not easy for someone, they're frightened that someone's going to hurt them, they're being threatened all the time. And it's only because I had a very strong recovery and a very supportive family that I can even sit up here and tell you the truth about what's going on.
And as one woman said, she told her agent that she had no limits on what she was willing to do. She was willing to do anything if she was going to make money. Later, she said she had no idea what that meant, and by then she had signed a 1-year contract. She said she was terrified when she arrived at the studio to shoot her first scene. She said, "I tried backing out and wanted to go home and not do porn at all." She was reminded that she had signed a contract, so she couldn't back out, which of course she may have violated the contract, but certainly she had the right to back out. She said, "I was threatened that if I did not do the scene, I was going to be sued for lots of money." She said, "I experienced rough sex and was hit by the pornography actor. I told them to stop, but they wouldn't stop until I started to cry and ruined the scene. My first movie, I was treated very rough by 3 guys. They pounded on me, gagged me, and tossed me around like a ball. I was sore, hurting, and could barely walk. My insides burned and hurt so badly." Another woman said, "My first scene was the worst experience of my life. It was very scary. It was a very rough scene. My agent didn't let me know ahead of time. I did it and I was crying and they didn't stop. It was really violent. They were hitting me. It hurt. It scared me more than anything. They wouldn't stop. They just kept rolling."
I started out as a stripper, you know, and progressed into webcam, then progressed into prostitution, and progressed into being a porn star, porn actress. And it's a slippery slope, because you start off saying, okay, I'm going to start off as a topless dancer, and you do that and it's easy and you make money, and then you're like, well, I can make more money if I was doing full nude. And then you do full nude, and then I was working in a strip club when I met my pimp, and he introduced me into prostitution, and I was making $10,000 a week or more. And it's a lifestyle. I mean, you drive a nice car, you live in a nice house, you have tons of money, you can buy whatever you want. But what does that get you in the end? I don't have any of the things from when I did that.
I know that you have some advice for Victoria. Victoria's 14-year-old and she's 16-year-old prostitution.
Money and material things can be gone like that. And then you did all those things for what? For what? Nothing. Nothing. Doesn't make you a better person. Doesn't make you smarter. Doesn't get you ahead in life. All it does is numbs you. Like you said. It does. It really does.
Hi, I'm Julie, formerly known as Sierra Sin, and I want to let you know the truth about porn. Porn is disgusting and it ruins people's lives. It destroyed me for a while, but I'm not letting that happen anymore. Porn just puts bad things into people. It makes you sore all over. You walk around worrying about catching STDs. Many girls do catch STDs, and it's disgusting. By the end of the day, you're covered in goo, and your body hurts. There's different places that are sore and swollen, and you have this constant feeling that no one cares about you.
As I got older, and I moved away from just looking at pornography, and found myself dating dancers in strip joints, and I worked in strip joints as a doorman and a bouncer, and then along with my girlfriend we became involved in the pornography industry. And by that time I had a pretty nasty little drug and alcohol habit, and so this is how we made our money to live and to get our drugs. And I've come to think of pornography like a drug. Now, I am a recovering alcoholic, and I'm a recovering drug addict. I used to smoke my crack, and I would drink my alcohol, and I would take the pills and do whatever to get that stuff into my body. Well, the pornography I just ingested through my eyes. But I believe at the brain chemistry level, and even at the level of our cells in our bodies, that pornography has a drug-like effect. And people are very capable of becoming addicted to pornography, just like they're capable of becoming addicted to drugs. And I don't believe that anyone is immune to that. The honest prayer I've ever prayed in my life was when I looked up at the stars one night, and I said, God, I don't know who you are. But if you don't help me, I'm going to die. I'll call you anything you want. I was willing to become a Buddhist or a Muslim, Hindu. I would have been anything
I find myself not that much unlike the slaves and slave traders of some 400 years ago. I participate in the most heinous of all trades, the buying and selling of human flesh. I trade my own flesh for monetary compensation, and I sell the flesh of others for the same. Lexington Steele, porn performer and producer. I am not here to apologize. I am just here to say, we make entertainment and let's see how far we can take it. Max Hardcore, former porn performer and producer. I was the first to shoot Rocco. Together we evolved toward rougher stuff. He started to spit on girls. A strong male-dominant thing, with women being pushed to their limit. It looks like violence, but it's not. I mean, pleasure and pain are the same thing, right? John Stagliano, porn producer. Even the mildest pornography is shocking to the average person. I am surprised it's legal. Paul Thomas, porn producer.
All right, we have time for just one more quick question for all three ladies. Bottom line here, do you think this porn industry should be shut down as it weighs through all of this? Shelley, you go first.
Absolutely. In fact, I demand that California shut it down right now until it complies with the California state laws, just like any other workplace in California.
Okay, Jocelyn, what do you think?
I think that there should be more steps taken to protect, everybody in the industry, and then because it protects the people outside of the industry as well, because most people in the industry are with people that are not in the industry.
And then Gloria, shut it down right now?
Well, it has to be shut down right now because there cannot be the risk that actors in the adult film may be filming with someone who is in the quarantine list and who may, in fact, show up positive for HIV.
Ladies?
I love this woman. She's so sweet. I want to introduce you to someone very special to me. This is Sierra Sin, soon to be ex-porn star if I have anything to do about it. And I just spent some time talking to her. And Sierra, in a nutshell, what is it that maybe you want to say to people who are watching what porn has done to your life?
Porn. The glitz and glamour is completely the opposite. It's shattered my heart, it's shattered my mind. I can't be intimate with people, I can't have closeness, or I just get uncomfortable with men especially. And I want to be able to get past it, I want to get past the pain and the hurt. And I just don't want to cry anymore about nothing.
And she wants to be with her daughter.
Yeah, I have a 5-year-old and I love her. And she's at home with my mom because I'm not able to be with her right now. I think if I got some other better options other than pornography, that I could be with her,
So would you say that porn is basically a lie?
Porn is a huge lie.
Could you tell them that? I want them to hear the truth.
Pornography is a lie.
Did I force you to say that?
No. My life has forced me to say that. The pornography world has forced me to say that.
Thanks. She needs our help. We need to help her.